it's interconnected, but I can cite, for example, lack of lawyers. I can cite the costs of litigation, the number of issues that are raised every time there's litigation. So there's a lot of time and effort. Delay, poverty as well, and lack of access to good legal advice. Those would be, I think, the issues that would be paramount.
The most pressing problem is people who need justice. They lack awareness of where to go, what to do, who to consult, what their legal rights are, and also poverty. The poverty of people who need justice, they do not have the funds to pay for legal consultations and legal services, or to go through litigation for the long haul. So somewhere along the way, they just drop off and they no longer want to pursue their cases.
Our law clinic started really as an offshoot of our Center for Legal Aid work, which started in 1992. So our law clinic has since been envisioned to embody the charism of the Society of the Divine Word. So SVD's, which is the one that operates and owns USC, SVD's mission has always been centered on human dignity. And so the work of our law clinic centers on, for instance, prison ministry, and with the introduction of CLEP, we have also started to explore the possibility of looking into human trafficking, because that really is also a major concern in Cebu and in the country.
Here at Ateneo Law School, we have two clinics. We have the Ateneo Human Rights Center and the Ateneo Legal Services Center. But it started just as one. So right after the People Power EDSA revolution, there was a good environment and opportunity for people coming together, institutions helping out our society, and one of the main challenges then was legal literacy, legal aid, and access to justice. So this is how Ateneo Human Rights Center was formed right after the People Power EDSA revolution. That was in 1986. And it started very small. Since we're based in the law school, the knee-jerk reaction actually was how to influence law students to be more human rights oriented, so that they can learn the law and at the same time serve the people.
So we put up our law clinic, which we then called the Developmental Legal Advocacy Center, or DLAC. And that was patterned after the philosophy of the late Senator Jose Diokno, the father of Attorney Chel Diokno, who was our founding dean. At that time, we still didn't have the revised law student practice rule. But our purpose was to provide free legal services and expose our law students to actual legal practice. What we also did was we reached out. We conducted legal missions where teams of our law students, together with the director of our legal aid clinic, went to the barangays, went to places in Metro Manila and outside Metro Manila, even as far as the provinces, sometimes together with Dean Jokno, to give seminars and to provide legal advice.
I handle a civil and political rights clinic at the University of the Philippines, and the clinic, as the name suggests, focuses on cases and issues and concerns involving civil and political rights. We don't limit ourselves to litigation. We also handle training, education, rights awareness. So while there is work that is done on cases that are pending, which we do with the Free Legal Assistance Group, we also do paralegal work, paralegal training. We do rights awareness campaigns. Some of the interns in the CPRC have done education seminars on arrests, searches, seizures, on detention, on bail, to various communities.
In an unprecedented manner, it has actually increased access to justice. And I can just imagine law students with supervising lawyers touching lives from all Filipinos from all walks of life. In our experience, we are able to talk to single mothers, we are able to talk to those to people deprived of liberties, we are able to talk to fisher folks, we are able to talk to students, we are able to talk even to police officers, we are able to talk to women defenders, and among many others from different walks of life. And you see in their eyes the desire to access for justice, and I think the revised law student practice rule is but vital to address the gap.
I believe that justice has become more accessible because law schools provide legal services to their respective communities. They are required to provide legal services. And so people who need access to justice have more access. There are more places to go. They know where to go. They know where they can seek help. And I also mentor law schools in developing their communication materials, their developmental legal advocacy materials, under the program of the Asia Foundation. And I realize as I interact with the law schools that they are very clearly identifying and defining their target communities. They're paying attention to the sectors that are vulnerable and which come to them for assistance.
If we can only see, if only we can put our lenses on what our law students do every day. For instance, I see our law students getting in touch and working very closely with the Public Attorney's Office and with the Cebu City Prosecutor's Office, crafting position papers and crafting legal documents that would really provide quality representation to those who are unable to get quality representation because they are expensive. That is really what, to me, is the impact of CLEP to access to justice, allowing the marginalized to get the legal representation that they deserve.